Hi everyone. Now, in the previous videos we understood the basic definition of the relations, and we understood the terms like domain, range, image, pre-image, etc. So let's summarize the things that we have done so far. So let us summarize the things that we have studied so far. So let's say there's a set A which includes these, let's say, 3 elements. There's a set B which includes, let's say, these elements, and I relate the elements of set A to the elements of set B. So let's say I make a relation of this type. This is one connection. Let's say I relate 2 with 4, I relate 3 with 6, right? So now this is actually, this kind of representation is called a mapping representation, and we can also represent this mapping representation using the roster form. And in the roster form I represent these I represent this relation as, let's say, 1 relates to 2, 2 relates to 4, and 3 relates to 6. Alright, so that's how we relate the elements of this particular set. I can also write this in set builder form. And in that case, maybe I can write this as the relation R contains ordered pairs A comma B such that A belongs to the set A, B belongs to the set B, and maybe B is equal to 2 times A, right? So this is the set builder form. Also, we understood that the set of domain is 1, 2, 3, and the set of ranges 2, 4, 6. All right, and the important thing is this entire set B, ये जो पूरा set B होता है, the complete set B is called कोडोमेन. ये हम लोगों ने पहले नहीं देखा था, तो understand this carefully. So this entire set B, this total set B, this set is called codomain, and obviously range will be a subset of codomain. It can be equal to codomain also, but it can also be smaller than codomain. It has to be subset, because if I look at the codomain here, the codomain becomes 2, 4, 6, 8, right? And in this case you find that this particular set is a subset of this particular codomain. All right, so this entire set is called codomain. Also, we learned that one is, for example, pre-image of 2, and 2 is called image of 1, and this relation that we have made here is, this relation is one of the total 2 to the power 3 into 4 relations that can actually be formed. So So this is only one of the relations जो हमने ऊपर बना रखा है. This is one of the relations out of 2 to the power 12 relations which are possible between these two sets. So this was the basic idea of this was the kind of summary that we have studied in the chapter so far. So now we move to the next area, which is actually called we are going to look at some standard relations. So let's start one by one with them. So let's say we start with the first relation is, let's say, void relation. This is called void relation. तो void relation क्या होता है, जैसा नाम से पता चला, this is also called empty relation. This is also called empty relation. और ये क्या कहता है कि suppose we have a set A contains, let's say, 1 2, and then there is a set B, let's say, which contains A B C. So our A cross B, the set A cross B will contain 6 elements which are 1 comma A, 1 comma B, 1 comma C, and then 2 comma A, 2 comma B, and 2 comma C, right? As set A cross B, the Cartesian product A cross B will contain these 6 elements. Okay, and every subset of this every subset of A cross B is a relation, will be a relation. ठीक है. और हमको पता है कि हम टोटल 2 to the power 6 रिलेशंस बना सकते हैं इसमें से. तो वन ऑफ द पॉसिबल रिलेशंस इज, suppose I define a relation R1 as this one, that is I do not choose any element. भाई मैं इसका subset, I need to have a subset of this, I need a subset of A cross B. तो suppose I choose a subset which does not contain any element, I make an empty subset. See, the total number of relations that you can form here, जो हम लोगों ने सीखा था through the example, were 6C0 if I do not choose any element, then you can have 6C1 if I include a single element in the subset, then 6C2 if I include 2 elements, and so on up to 6C6, and this value was 2 to the power 6. So this includes one subset which does not contain any element. This relation is called void relation. So what is a void relation? This relation, void relation, is a relation in which no element of the set A is related to any element of set B. It is an empty set. So pictorially you do not find any arrow in the mapping. जब हम इसकी mappings देखेंगे तो यहाँ पे आपको arrows नहीं मिलेंगे. So such relations are called void relations. Void relation का ठीक उल्टा भी होता है. Let's say you can have a relation like you can have another relation as universal relation. So what is a universal relation? Void relation में तो हमने सबसेट में कुछ भी नहीं लिया था, लेकिन यूनिवर्सल रिलेशन में we choose all the elements. We choose all ordered pairs from A cross B. We choose all ordered pairs. So this relation will look like, this particular A cross B will now look like, with reference to this same above relation, let's say with this reference to this one, the value of A cross B can be written as, this relation, let's say R2 will be including everything, इसमें सब कुछ आ जाएगा. 1 comma A भी होगा, इसमें 2 comma A होगा, 1 comma B होगा, फिर आपके पास 2 comma B होगा, फिर 1 comma C, and then 2 comma C. So when I choose all the elements from A cross B, I get a universal relation. If I do not choose anything, I get a void relation. ठीक है, this is the basic idea of void and universal relation. Now let's take another type of relation which is called, identity relation. identity relation. Now the first thing is, this identity relation must be defined from set A to itself. देखो रिलेशन डिफाइन करने के लिए वी रिक्वायर टू सेट्स, रिलेशन के लिए हमें दो सेट्स चाहिए होते हैं हमेशा। तो आइडेंटिटी रिलेशन के लिए क्राइटेरिया होता है कि भाई आप एलिमेंट्स जो लोगे सेट ए से, उनको सेट ए से ही रिलेट करना है। सो लेट्स से आई डिफाइन, लेट्स टेक फॉर दिस एग्जांपल, आई टेक set A as 1 2 3 and I take set A as 1 2 3, right? Now the condition here is that every element of A of the set A must be related to itself, and only to itself, मतलब अपने आप से रिलेट होना चाहिए और किसी से हो भी नहीं सकता, and only to itself, right? So every element should be related to itself and only to itself. For example, यहाँ पे 1 को मैं अपने आप से 1 से रिलेट कर सकता हूँ, मैं 1 को 2 से नहीं कर सकता, मैं 2 को 2 से कर सकता हूँ। I cannot relate 2 with 1, I cannot relate 2 with 3, I cannot relate 3 with 1, I can relate 3 with 3 only. So this kind of relation is called an identity relation. It is defined from set A to itself, and every element should be related to itself and only to itself. ठीक है? A very common example of identity relation that we come across is maybe you have this fx equal to x. अगर हम इस फंक्शन की बात करें तो आप इसमें देखोगे f of 1 will be 1, so 1 relates to 1, f of 2 is equal to 2, and so on. So this kind of function will let us understand the functions. This type of this function is actually called identity function. This function is called identity function. Fx equal to x is called identity function. We'll study this later, right? And now we come to the fourth type of relation, which is commonly called, so let's shift this thing somewhere here. So the fourth term that you have to understand here is, the fourth type of relation that you have to understand is this, called inverse of a relation. Inverse of a relation, probably आप लोग नाम से गेस कर सकते हो। Inverse of a relation मतलब हुआ कि हम रिलेशन को पलटा देंगे, we'll flip the relation. So how do we actually flip the relation? तो suppose I write a relation as, let's say I write a relation R3 as maybe 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6. Let's say I write a relation R3, and this relation I define from set A to set B. Suppose set A contains 1, 2, 3 and set B contains 2, 4, 6 and 8. So the relation that we have defined, R3 relation जो हमने define कर रखा है, that is relate 1 with 2, 2 with 4, 3 with 6. So this is the relation that we have defined. Now the inverse of this relation, and observe that this relation R3 is defined from set A to set B. ये भी हमको specify करना चाहिए ना, this should be specified that the relation is defined from set A to B, where set A is given by this, set B is this, and the relation ये condition satisfy कर रहा है. So this is the relation R3. Now what is inverse of the relation R3? तो भाई R3 का inverse क्या होगा, जैसा नाम से पता चलता है R3 का inverse होगा, हम ordered pairs को flip कर देंगे, मतलब 1, 2 becomes 2, 1, 2, 4 becomes 4, 2, 3, 6 becomes 6, 3. So this relation is called, इसको R3 के ऊपर -1 लिख के डिनोट करते हैं, दिस इज कॉल्ड इनवर्स ऑफ R3. एंड ऑब्वियसली यू कैन चेक दैट R3 इनवर्स इज डिफाइंड फ्रॉम सेट B to A, और पिक्टोरियल इसका मतलब हुआ कि ये आपके पास सेट B हो गया, ये सेट ए हो गया, और ये मैपिंग जो ऊपर वाली थी 2 4 6 8, यहाँ 1 2 3, तो ये जो ऊपर हमने मैपिंग देखी थी बच्चों, ये मैपिंग फ्लिप हो गई. 2 now relates to 1, 4 relates to 2, 3 relates to 6. Like it's kind of we have simply reversed the directions. ये वाली जो मैपिंग थी इसमें हमने डायरेक्शन पलटा दी, इसको हमने ऐसे कर दिया, हमने इसको ऐसे बना दिया, हमने इसको ऐसे कर दिया. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ रिलेशन इज कॉल्ड इनवर्स ऑफ अ रिलेशन, राइट. मैपिंग का डायरेक्शन रिवर्स करने को बोलते हैं इनवर्स ऑफ अ रिलेशन. Obviously the domain becomes codomain, range, and range becomes, यहाँ पे अगर हम देखेंगे तो domain and range of R and its inverse relation R inverse will interchange. मतलब R की जो डोमेन होगी वो R इनवर्स की रेंज हो जाएगी, और R इनवर्स की जो डोमेन थी वो R की रेंज हो जाएगी. So they kind of interchange. ठीक है, it's a very simple logic. So we have seen 4 types of relations. The first one was void relation, कि आपने कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट से कुछ भी नहीं चूज करा. Second was universal relation, आपने कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट से सारे एलिमेंट्स ले लिए. Third was identity relation. Identity relation is defined from set A to itself. और यहाँ पे हर एलिमेंट को अपने आप से रिलेट करना है, और अपने आप से ही कर सकते हैं, और किसी से नहीं कर सकते, सिर्फ अपने आप से ही करना है, और अपने आप से करना ज़रूरी है. एंड फोर्थ वॉज इनवर्स ऑफ अ रिलेशन. तो इनवर्स ऑफ अ रिलेशन में हम सीधे सीधे मैपिंग्स का एरोज का डायरेक्शन रिवर्स कर देते हैं. तो यदि कोई रिलेशन ए टू बी डिफाइंड है तो उसका इनवर्स आर इनवर्स को लिखते हैं पावर में -1 लिखकर, एंड इट विल बी डिफाइंड फ्रॉम बी टू ए. ठीक है. नाउ बेस्ड ऑन दिस लेट्स टेक अ सिंपल इलस्ट्रेशन. लेट्स टेक अ प्रॉब्लम ऑन दिस. सो नाउ द क्वेश्चन सेज दैट यू आर गिवन a relation R defined in set A. Now this symbol actually ये हमने पहले भी देखा था. This means A relates to B. So the relation R is defined on set A. So you are given a set A. Let's draw the set A. 1 2 3. By A relates to B if mod A square minus B square is less than equal to 5. अच्छा, अब यहाँ पे इसने सेट भी तो बताया ही नहीं कि भाई सेट ए तो दे दिया, सेट भी नहीं बताया. तो जब भी कोई रिलेशन ऐसा बोले कि द रिलेशन आर इज डिफाइंड इन सेट ए एंड दे डू नॉट स्पेसिफाई द सेट बी, इट बाय डिफॉल्ट मीन्स कि रिलेशन जो है वो ए टू ए ही डिफाइंड है. दिस लैंग्वेज मीन्स दैट द रिलेशन आर इज डिफाइंड फ्रॉम ए टू ए, और इस रिलेशन का कोई भी एलिमेंट कौन सी कंडीशन, जब हम बोलेंगे कि इसमें ऑर्डर्ड पेयर जो आएगा ए कॉमा बी, वो ऑर्डर्ड पेयर ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई करना चाहिए. द ऑर्डर्ड पेयर ऑफ दिस रिलेशन ए कॉमा बी शुड सेटिस्फाई दिस पर्टिकुलर कंडीशन, राइट. तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द वैल्यूज वन बाय वन. So suppose if I put A is equal to 1, then this implies mod 1 minus B square must be less than equal to 5. Now B भी सेट A से ही आ रहा है, यही तो दिया है हमें कि रिलेशन जो है वो डिफाइन हो रहा है A टू A. तो ये जो B होगा यहाँ पे ऑर्डर्ड पेयर में, ये भी सेट A से आ रहा है और A भी सेट A से आता है. तो सिंस B बिलोंग्स टू द सेट A, तो B की कौन कौन सी वैल्यूज को सेटिस्फाई कर सकते हो. तो आप देख सकते हो दिस इंप्लाइज टू सेटिस्फाई दिस कंडीशन B कैन बी 1. ये तीन ही वैल्यूज हैं तो एक एक करके वेरीफाई कर लेते हैं. तो B इक्वल टू 1 इसको सेटिस्फाई करेगा बिकॉज 0 इज लेस देन इक्वल टू 5. तो B इक्वल टू 1 इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी. दिस इज करेक्ट. इफ आई चूज B इक्वल टू 2, so this gives you 1 minus 4 is -3, -3 का mod is 3. 3 is again less than equal to 5, so this is also correct. And if I take B equal to 3, then I get 8 is less than equal to 5, which is not possible. So that means in the given relation 1 will relate to 1 and 1 will relate to 2, but 1 cannot relate with 3 क्योंकि ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई नहीं होगी. इसी तरह से यदि हम सपोज इफ आई नाउ चूज, let's say if I now choose a equal to 2, let's see what happens if a is equal to 2. So if a is equal to 2, then I get, this implies mod of 2 minus b square, mod of 2 minus b square should be less than equal to 5. ऑल राइट, सो b इक्वल टू 1 देखते हैं सेटिस्फाई करते हैं नहीं, b इक्वल टू 1 रखेंगे तो कितना आ जाएगा, mod of 2 minus 1 less than equal to 5. So this is perfect. Sorry, this was a square, right? So let's make it 4. So this is 4 minus 1, which is, let's write it again. So this was 4 minus 1, which is less than equal to 5. So it is correct, perfect, कोई दिक्कत नहीं इसमें. इसी तरह से यदि हम b को 2 लेते हैं तो I get mod of 4 minus 4, which is less than equal to 5 again, because 0 is less than equal to 5. So this is also correct. तो यदि हम a को 2 लेते हैं तो b को 1 और 2 ले सकते हैं. And if I choose b equal to 3, so I get mod of 4 minus 9, which is, this quantity is again 5, है ना, तो 5 is less than equal to 5 is also correct. 5 is less than or equal to 5 is also correct. ध्यान रखना, this symbol means less than or equal to, दोनों में से कोई भी कंडीशन ट्रू होगी तो ये ट्रू हो जाएगा. So 5 is less than equal to 5 is also correct. So that means I can relate 2 with 1, 2 can be related with 2, and 2 can also be related with 3. ठीक है. And now let's say we take the third possibility, which is, let's say the third possibility, and in the third possibility, let's say what happens if I choose, if a is equal to 3. Now if a is equal to 3, this implies mod of 9 minus b square should be less than equal to 5. So let's say कि क्या b equal to 1 satisfy करेगा, तो obviously b equal to 1 नहीं करेगा, because you get 8 is less than equal to 5. This is not possible. If I choose b equal to 2, क्या satisfy करेगा, तो you get 5 less than equal to 5, which is perfect, ये कर जाएगा. और फिर b equal to 3 रख के देखें तो we get 9 minus 9 is 0, is obviously less than equal to 5. So this is also correct. So what we get is 3 relates to, 3 will relate to 2, and 3 relates to 3 also, right? So now let's write this relation in the roster form, because then only then we can verify the option. So in the roster form, this relation will contain these elements. I'm writing it here. This relation R will be equal to, the relation R will be equal to, this will include 1 relates to 1 and 2, so you get 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, then 2 relates with all the 3, so you get 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, and then 3 relates with 2 and 3, so we get 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3. So this is our relation, and now we are in a position to verify the options. So let's start with the first option. यदि हम पहले ऑप्शन को देखें बच्चों, तो आप देखोगे कि 1, 1, 2, 2, तो लेट्स कंपेयर दिस विद दिस वन. इसको कंपेयर कर लो दोनों को, तो आपको दिख जाएगा 1, 1, ठीक है, ये वाला एलिमेंट है इसमें. 2, 2 ये रहा, है ना, तो दिस इज ऑल्सो देयर. 3, 3 इज ऑल्सो देयर. 2, 1 इज ऑल्सो देयर. दिस इज 2, 1, और 1, 1 हो गया था, और एक हमारे पास 3, 3 भी हो गया था ना. दिस वाज 3, 3. फिर 1, 2, सो 1, 2 ये रहा. 2, 3, 2, 3 is here, and then you have 3, 2, so 3, 2 is also here. So for the first option is correct. The first option matches. Now the next is, the second option is कि भाई R इनवर्स R के बराबर है. R इनवर्स R के बराबर ही है. तो यदि हम R इनवर्स की बात करें तो R इनवर्स में क्या होगा, ये मैपिंग फ्लिप हो जाएगी. द मैपिंग जो है ये फ्लिप हो जाएगा ना. तो यदि ये मैपिंग को हम फ्लिप करके देखें तो लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपेंस. सो इफ आई फ्लिप दिस मैपिंग, if I flip this mapping, let's say I'm flipping the mapping here, let's say I flip the mapping here, R inverse. So this mapping R inverse will contain which elements? So this will contain 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1. So I am flipping the elements A and B from the first option itself. So 2 comma 1, then 2 comma 3, sorry, 3 comma 2 and 2 comma 3, right? So we get this. This is R inverse, and let's see whether R inverse is equal to R. So we'll verify the second option now. We'll verify the second option. So 1 comma 1 is here. You have 1 comma 1 here. Then 2 comma 2, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 3 comma 3 is also here. 1 comma 2. So 1 comma 2 is here. 2 comma 1, 2 comma 1 is also here, and then 3 comma 2 here और 2 comma 3 here. तो आप देख सकते हो कि इनफैक्ट R इनवर्स की वैल्यू और R की वैल्यू सेम है. सो इवन योर the second option is also correct. This is also correct. The third part of the question is कि domain of R is 1 to 3. अच्छा, domain of R is 1 to 3. तो यदि हम R की डोमेन चेक करें तो मैं देखता हूँ कि यार R की डोमेन में क्या क्या आता है. तो वी कैन वेरी इजीली सी कि R की डोमेन में 1 है क्योंकि ये प्री इमेज बन रही है, 2 भी प्री इमेज बन रहा है और 3 भी प्री इमेज बनता है. तो 1 2 3 ये तीनों ही डोमेन में होंगे. दैट मीन्स थर्ड ऑप्शन इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. And similarly, if I look at the fourth option, the range of R is 5. This is obviously incorrect. In fact, the range of R should be equal to 1, 2, and 3 only. Alright. So this was again a simple example based on the principle of inverse, and then how do I define the relations and the basic understanding of the concepts.